So, what does it really mean to be a nurse? I mean, what's at the core of it all? Today, we're going to look at a really powerful answer to that question. It's a personal philosophy, a creed, really, written way back in 2005 by April Roberson. And honestly, it's just as relevant today. So let's dive in and break it down.
And it all kicks off with this. So simple, so direct, but wow, is it powerful. Think about it. In a world full of complex medical jargon and high-tech procedures, this quote just cuts through all the noise. It grounds the entire profession in its most basic, most human motivation. Just helping people. Every single day. This right here, this is the bedrock for everything else.
Okay, so let's dig into that core motivation a little more. Because this makes it clear, this isn't just a job, right? It's a calling. I love this analogy. Think of it like the sun in a solar system of beliefs. Everything else we're about to talk about, it all just orbits around this one central, powerful idea.
And what's so fascinating to me here is that this philosophy doesn't just embrace the act of helping. It embraces the chaos that comes with it. You know, it's like it actively welcomes the fact that nursing is unpredictable. No 2 days are ever the same. So it's not defining nursing as some boring routine, but as this constant, dynamic practice of rising to meet new challenges day in and day out. So from that central motivation, this philosophy starts to build outwards, like ripples in a pond. And the very first, most important circle of care, well, of course, it's the patient. This is the absolute heart of the matter. The mission is laid out so clearly. Help patients get well. Simple enough, but it's that second part that's the real game changer. This includes understanding the patient's point of view. That little phrase elevates nursing from just a checklist of clinical tasks into a profound act of empathy. It's about taking the time to actually see the world through their eyes. And this slide just illustrates so perfectly how that empathy turns into action. On the one hand, you've got this simple, undeniable truth. A patient is a human being with feelings. And on the other, you have the pledge that flows directly from that truth. It's the golden rule, applied to care. It's a personal promise to see yourself, your own humanity, in your patient. And listen to this. This isn't just about clocking in and doing a good job. No way. This is about striving for true excellence. It's a deeply personal, super ambitious goal to make such a positive impact that a patient actually remembers you as one of the best. I mean, wow. That is a seriously high bar to set for yourself every single day. Okay, but the care doesn't just stop at the patient's bedside. This philosophy knows that. So it expands that circle of support to include the people who are also going through it all, the patient's family. And just like it demands understanding the patient, it demands understanding the family's perspective too. It gets right to their core emotional state. They're anxious, they're scared. And what do they need more than anything? Reassurance. This is what real holistic care looks like in action. And are you noticing the consistency here? The exact same rule applies. That golden rule of care, it's not just for the patient. It's extended directly to their loved ones. It's one single, powerful ethic that's meant to guide every single interaction you have. It's brilliant.
All right, so we've gone from the patient to the family. The next logical ripple in the pond is the professional circle. We're talking about the relationship with the entire healthcare team.
And there's absolutely no room for ego here. This philosophy is crystal clear about it. Healthcare is a team sport, period. You are all on the same team working toward the exact same goal, the patient's well-being. And the bedrock for all of that teamwork, it's simple, non-negotiable respect.
So, we've moved outward in these circles, right? From the patient to the family to the team. But now, the philosophy brings us all the way back to the very center, to the source of all this care, the nurse.
And this might be one of the most important points. You've heard the saying, you can't pour from an empty cup, right? Well, this philosophy gets that completely. It recognizes that self-care isn't selfish. It's an absolute prerequisite. It's actually framed as a professional responsibility. You have to take care of yourself so you have the strength to care for others.
Now, this is kind of fun. As part of the original document, the author, April, actually jotted down a few ideas for a t-shirt logo. And what's so cool about them is that they work as this perfect rapid-fire summary of the entire creed. So let's run through these core beliefs.
First up, never giving up. Man, this just speaks to the sheer resilience you need, doesn't it? That gritty determination to fight for your patient and see them through their absolute worst moments, no matter what gets in the way.
Next up, just one word: respect. This is like the glue, the connective tissue holding this entire philosophy together. It's the essential link between you and the patient, their family, and your whole team. It's not optional. It has to be universal.
Then we have selflessness. Now, this doesn't mean neglecting yourself. Remember, we just covered how important self-care is. It's more about making that conscious choice to put the well-being of others first in every single professional decision you make.
I will make a difference. I love this because it captures that whole ripple effect of care we've been talking about. It's this deep belief that every single thing you do, no matter how small, a comforting word, one extra minute you spend with someone, it all matters. It all makes a difference in a patient's journey.
And I gotta say, I love this one. Not for wimps. It's just so frank, so honest. It's a flat-out acknowledgement that this job demands a crazy amount of mental, emotional, and physical strength every single day. It's tough.
And finally, going the extra mile. This is that commitment to not just check the boxes and meet expectations, but to consistently blow past them. It's about always looking for that one more thing you can do to give truly exceptional care.
So when you step back and look at the whole picture, you see this beautiful, interconnected philosophy. It all starts with real empathy for the patient. Then it expands to include their family. It's all supported by teamwork built on respect. And none of it is possible without the caregiver being committed to their own health and well-being. It's a full circle.
So, we've just taken a deep dive into one person's professional creed. And its power really is in its simplicity, its clarity, and the challenge it kind of throws down for all of us. So it leaves me with one final thought for you. It doesn't matter if you're a nurse, a teacher, an engineer, whatever. What's your guiding principle? What's the one single phrase that defines the way you work? Something to think about.